Hey, good morning. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the very last class of this quarter. And we can wait for a few minutes for the rest of the people to turn up. And in the meanwhile, if you want to discuss the last program we wrote, that Wheel of Fortune, roulette, yeah, roulette game. So you can, in fact, I was thinking today we can take that program and modify it a bit more. It gives us opportunities to traverse a linked list and things like that. So would you like that? Today we can just play with that program more and see what more we can do with the linked list structure we have there. Is that okay? Unless you have anything else that that are conceptually confusing in stuff that you've read so far. I think the last modules deal with pointers and linked lists. So we're pretty much there. And so if in the process of reviewing material for your final and all, if you have, if you've come across concepts or topics that are confusing, I'm happy to talk about those. Otherwise, we'll just pick up the code from last class and try to see if we can make it better. Maybe actually have, complete that. What were we planning to do last class? We were saying after the winner has been determined, after the winning number has been determined, we need to go through the vector of players and find the player that is, won the game or something, right? So we can do that. In fact, you can do that. It's very easy, really, because the only thing you have to do is pick up what the winning number is, and then you have to go through the vector of players and find out which players picked the winning number. And you say, oh, Tim picked 7, so he won $18, right? Kate won so many dollars. Jaden lost this many dollars, or stuff like that. Okay, so you can basically print it out at the end of the game. I don't think it's very straightforward to do. Well, does it have any linked list manipulation there? I don't know if it has linked list manipulation. No, it's just vectors, but it's okay. You have linked list stuff up there, and you can modify that too. Because I think there were a couple of bugs in the code before. You can change that also. Fix the code to make it better. So all of that we can do, and I think that is pretty much it. We can wrap up the course after this class. Well, of course, there's the exam, the final exam, and some of you have to finish off the last quest also. So I think you have, this is week 11, so you have a whole, 4 or 5 days left, I think, to finish it off. So that's great. No, some of you are, yes, I know Kate and Tim are already enrolled in my 2B. Do you guys have any other courses that you're enrolled in over summer, or is it just this? You have many more courses? Oh, just this one?
I just have the one class, but I'll be working full-time while I'm doing that.
Oh, hang on just a sec, Tim. I keep forgetting to do this. Hey, Google, connect to my Macintosh. Hey, Google, connect to my Macintosh.
Okay, looking for paired devices.
Okay, hey, Tim.
Is connected to.
Yeah, sorry. Can you say that again?
All right, I was just saying that it's my only class this next quarter, but I will be working full-time also.
Oh, you're working full-time, and this is all right. Okay, well, as long as people are enrolled in too many, well, mostly I'm not concerned about the people who are working, because people who are working know how to plan their time. Because it's only students get a rude awakening when they first go well, for me anyway, right? When I first joined the company after graduation, I thought I had to do everything. And then I never used to go home, and I said, oh my gosh, I can't go, I didn't finish my job. And then some senior people told me, no, you can go home now. You've done your work, you don't have to do it more. So in the beginning, I used to panic saying, oh my gosh, I don't know how, mainly because I wasn't able to plan my time well, even though I had struggled through my final years of college with bad planning, struggle. And later on, I realized after I started working, when people taught me how to plan time, I realized that, well, if I planned like this, I wouldn't have struggled through college either. So I would have had a much easier time in college. So So anyway, so that's good. Hey, Kate, do you have sufficient time for summer? Because I asked because the summer is a contracted quarter, and 2B is actually a tough course. Compared to 2A, it's a tough course. And so I just want to make sure that 6 weeks will be sufficient for the, for you and everyone, because the summer is. But lots of high schoolers enroll in the summer quarter. Maybe because they have a lot more time than people who are working out there, or people who are in university and have to do internships and stuff like that. But there's a lot of high schoolers, so the culture of the class needs to be shepherded in a certain way to make sure that it's not done in high school style. It has to be done in proper professional style, saying you plan for this and you work through that, and you don't and you don't ace through everything. You don't race through all the class. You just spend time and understand the concepts and so on. So that's going to be like super duper important in CS2B. In fact, next week, even though there's no classes, I am actually advising a couple of your CS2C students who are my 2A students, some of them, maybe not 2B and 2C. So to prepare a technical paper with experimentation and technical paper out of that. So hopefully if you guys finish 2B and 2C, we'll have opportunity to do that too. And, publish something before you exit a class. Publish something that you can be, happy about, so that you can say, hey, you know what, this is really cool result, things like that. Okay, well, you know what, how about you guys talk for about 5 minutes? Okay, we'll start at 8:15. We'll pick up the code that I forget. Was it Kate? Kate, were you coded last class? Yeah, okay. We'll pick up Kate's code from last class and modify it more. Until then, for 5 minutes, why don't you guys talk? Okay, and catch up about stuff in class. I think Shadi had some questions because she wanted to know if there was a class today. Hasanta, you weren't here yesterday, day before yesterday, so you can ask questions regarding what happened, and maybe Kate can pull up the code and say, this is what we did, and explain it to you and Shadi. And then we'll be taking that code to the next level today. How about that? Okay, 5 minutes. Yeah. Okay, good. So I'm just going to be here. Yeah, I'll just turn the laptop around. I'm going to be here. And I'll go and get my laptop, or iPad or something. And so you can carry on a conversation. Okay, no silence. Just keep talking. Then I know that you guys are active, and I don't have to come back immediately. All right, so I'm just going to be here, and call me if you need. Okay, I'll be in 5 minutes. We can start coding in 5 or 10 minutes.
Hey guys, how do you know where you're standing grade-wise? I need to calculate and I need to get a certain grade, but Canvas is saying that I'm getting, because like the quests are out of 0, it's just saying I'm getting over 100%, and that's not helpful.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult to tell, I guess. At least best way to tell is that at least once you get past quest 9, then you're guaranteed a C. But I'm not sure about attendance wise. You're probably gonna have to wait for that.
Right.
I see. So you're saying if we do pass quest 9, we get a C? That is...
I think it's quest 6. I think after quest 6 you get a
Oh,
C.
quest 6. Oh yeah, quest 6 is a C. Quest 9 is a B.
Okay.
I was assuming class participation. The automatic.
Sorry. Sorry, Tim, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just asking if anybody knows. Doesn't that include the assumed participation grade as well in the automatic C, or is that without
I
participation?
think that's without. There's a map on the syllabus. It's like a flow chart.
Yeah.
I think just quest 6 is a C, but then if you want an A, you have to participate.
Yeah.
And the maximum point you can get on a quest is posted on Reddit by somebody like 3 years ago. I just shared the link, so you can do the math from there.
Got it. Thank you. Okay, so quest 6 without participation a C, quest 9 without a participation a B, and then you go higher with participation. Okay, thank you.
I had a quick question too. I think I was confused. I thought the final was going to be this evening. But is it next Thursday? Got it.
Also, is the final like we can take it anytime in the day next Thursday?
On what is it? On the website, it's Canvas. It says that it would start at like noon, and then it has to be submitted by midnight
Okay.
Thursday.
And it said we had 3 tries. Is that true? Or is my Canvas bugging?
I'm not sure about that one.
Okay.
I know mine doesn't say 3 tries, but a few classes ago, he said if you attend the lectures, then you can just send him an email if you're not happy with your first score, and then he'll let you take it again.
Oh, cool. First final score? Like,
Yeah, so he said he was like telling us not to worry about it. Yeah, your first, like if you take the final and then you think you can do better, then just let him know. Because you come to the lecture, so I'm sure you could just like send him an email.
cool. Thank you.
Jaden, are you still working on Quest 9?
Yeah, still hacking at it. But I'm just really glad I was able to get through Crest State. But it's going through a slow state process. Are you also hacking at Quest 9, or have you?
Yeah, I feel like I've got like all of it written. I'm just kind of working out bugs at this point. I'm trying to get it to like it runs fine on my end, but when I submit it, he gets like a I don't remember what kind of error he gets, but a lot of like combing through everything right now. I should have done a better job of like testing it as I was writing it. I just wanted to get it done.
Are you guys still there?
Yep.
All right. You want me to come back now, or are you guys done talking, or do you have anything else that you want to talk about?
I think we're kind of wrapped up here. Yeah. We're ready.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I'll be back in just a second. Okay, great, awesome. All right, so I'm ready to code. Well, I'm not ready to code. I'm ready to see you guys code. So do you want to? Does anyone want to pick up the? Hopefully not Tim or Kate or Jaden. Hasanta or Shadi should pick up the code from Kate last class. Hasanta, you're on PC or Mac? I can hear you.
Windows PC.
Windows PC. Okay, yeah. Well, I don't know. Well, hopefully Shadi then, because I think we use microsleep. Did we use microsleep in our code last class? Or was it just sleep? I think we use microsleep, right? Because initially the wheel has to spin really fast, and I think we have to use microsleep. Can someone tell me? Pull up the code maybe and find out. Unless, of course, Hasanta wants to code. In that case, we can, it's okay. We can stick with the ordinary sleep and do it under Windows. So basically, just you and Shadi have to decide who'd like to take the screen today and code. It's basically taking Kate's code from last class, which is functional already. It's already functional and it works, and it's actually a complete game. You're just going to add bells and whistles to it and make it more, slightly more enjoyable. Then it's already enjoyable. I think it was fun to play, but we'll make it more cool, hopefully.
I'm okay to code, but if Hasanta is okay with it, because I coded last time I was in class.
Shadi, you're on a PC or a Windows machine or a Mac?
On a Mac.
Okay, well, yeah, check with Hasanta if he's okay with it. Just you can pick up the screen and code. Then we don't have to change from sleep to change microsleep to sleep. We'll just use sleep.
No, Shadi, you can go ahead. Yeah, thank you.
Okay,
All
sure.
right, thanks. Hey, Hasanta, are you planning to do my 2B?
No, Professor, I'm actually planning to finish up with the Java. I'll come back to
I see.
PC.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll
But
come back
after finishing Java, are you planning to
Yeah.
come back to 2B?
Yeah, that's what I'm planning.
Okay. All right. So make sure to enroll in my 2B. So this summer is the last time I'm offering 2B over summer. Okay. Next summer I'm not going to offer six week 2B. I don't think it's practical. Only 2A is practical, I think. Well, 2B is also practical, but it's not worth it for most students. So I'm not going to do that. And also, I am seriously thinking about when to retire. I don't know, maybe in 3 quarters or 6 quarters or 8 quarters, something like that. I just want to see some, my current batch of students through, and hopefully get some really cool work done by them, so that even after I retire, maybe there's 1 or 2 cool projects we can continue to do right on the side. But when I'm just sitting around. So make sure you, if you want to do my section of 2B, that is okay. I am trying to, Lane Johnson and a couple of other people are also interested in running questing for their CS2A ABC, I think, or 1ABC. So even after I retire, maybe this will continue to be available, but you can't. That's if you want to do questing and things like that. So you can't take it for granted, but certainly as long as I'm here, I will continue to offer the questing way of doing these courses. So that means if you want to do 2C with me, you got to hurry up and say, can't do it after 8 quarters or 9 quarters, then you got to do it pretty soon. Okay, all right, Shadi, whenever you're ready, click on the link that Kate shared in Reddit.
Okay.
And hey, Kate, what's that instrument on the wall behind you? That's not a guitar, is it? Is it a mandolin or some? What is it called?
Ukulele. Ukulele.
Oh, ukulele. Yeah. I knew what it was called, and then I thought, what is the other thing that people? The other name. My friend used to make it for his daughter all the time. He says you put a comb inside a piece of paper, and then you. Have you tried that? You put a comb, a head comb inside a piece of paper, fold the piece of paper over, and then you do, and you speak very close to that comb, and it sounds like a musical instrument. And there's a name for it. There is a name for it because it's such an easy, everybody can make that at home. There's a name for it. In fact, you can ask Google to.
Mouth organ, I guess.
Hmm?
Mouth organ.
What's it called again?
Mouth organ. That's what I
No,
see.
mouth organ is a real organ. I'm talking about this thing where you can actually take a comb. Unfortunately, I don't have hair, I don't have any combs now at home, or I could actually make it and show you. Hey, Google, what is a musical instrument you make by using a comb and a piece of paper?
According to wikipedia.org, comb and paper belongs to the category of singing membranophones, sometimes called merlidins, after merlidin, another name for the eunuch flute. Do you want a little more context?
Yes, there's a name that kids can remember.
Sorry, I don't understand, but
Okay.
I found something else. Do you want to know what is the youngest someone can remember something?
Oh, no, thank you. It started continuing the conversation. When I said kids, it actually said, you want to know about kids and all. But you should find out. You should Google and find out. And it's a very interesting instrument, especially now you're going to be home and, kids around you and all. You can make this, taking any old comb, a hair comb, fold a piece of paper in half, stick the comb inside of that fold, and then hold the paper to your mouth and very close to the comb. And anything you say will sound like a musical instrument. And yeah, unfortunately, this is the last class. Maybe I can even buy a comb and show you next class, but I can't do that now. But try it out. There's a name, and it kind of rhymes with ukulele. I think that's why I got confused. Maybe it'll come to me later. Oh, anyway, Shadi, pick up the screen and then we can start coding.
Sure, I just opened the link.
Yeah.
But I don't work with this website, so I gotta see how I can.
Yeah. Go ahead. Take a couple of minutes if you want.
Just a second. I can share my screen so you guys can see what I'm doing.
Kazoo. It's got a kazoo. I just Googled and found out. It's called a kazoo. You can Google for K-A-Z-O-O. All right. That's what the instrument is called. And in fact, I just found a lot of YouTube videos where people are playing songs with the kazoo and at home with. It's really cool because when I was a kid, I used to make this kazoo all the time. That and also one other thing called a bull roarer. Have you heard of a bull roarer? All right. So you just need a flat piece of wood. Flat piece of wood, like a ruler or something, with a hole on one end, and you tie a string to it, and then you whirl it around your head, and then the ruler starts spinning like this and also going around, and it makes a hell of a sound. You can hear it like 5 blocks from your home. Okay, it's called a bull roarer. So I used to go to the terrace of my home and whirl the bull roarer around and get all the neighbors all worked up. So that was really cool. Okay.
Hey, Professor, before we start coding, can I confirm something that we were talking with the guys when we were gone? So we were saying that based on the syllabus, if we do the quest up to quest 6, not counting participation, we're going to get a C. And if we do up to quest 9, not counting participation, we're going to get a B. Is that true?
Yes, if you complete quest 9, and no participation, you can definitely get a B+. If you ace all the exams and max out on the quests, that's a B+. And so the next grade after B+ is an A-. So that is A territory. And so participation basically takes you from that B+ into A territory, A-, A, and A+.
Got it. And if,
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I can talk to you after that about the if that I had in mind, but
yeah. In fact, any questions you have, you should just feel free to ask in the forums because I'm pretty sure other people also have the same question. Now you're in class, and so you can ask that question. But lots of people who have that question are not in class, right? So if you ask the question in the forums, and I can answer it, and it'll help other people too. But essentially, this is what it is. Final exam. If you do really, really badly on the final exam, send me corrections immediately afterwards, right? Before the end of the day on Thursday, And then I look at the corrections and say, well, you know what, you don't even need to take a retake. I'll just fix the grade for you right there. Increase the points on the final. Or if I look at the corrections and say, okay, well, you know what, you can, it's better than the final, but you can do even better than the corrections. I'll give you one more chance. Then, you know, I'll give you one more chance, but it'll happen on the Friday. So because I'll finalize the grades on Saturday and Sunday. So that's what it is. And then, yeah, I think if you do well and in the finals and ace the quests, participation can only take you into the A territory, but yeah, you have to do well in the
How about the first quiz? How about the first quiz? Like, what if we didn't do well on that? Would that?
Yeah, you can get another chance on Friday, the day after the final.
Okay.
Right. I can give it to you before the final, but I don't want it to, you know, mess up your preparation for the final. So you can take it after the final, one day after the final.
Okay.
All of you, okay? Just pass that information on. It's not just for the ones who are in class today. So the quiz and the midterm and the final, if anybody who wants to take it one more time can take it on the Friday after the final. Okay.
This game called a roulette? Is that how you wrote it? Was this game called a roulette?
Yeah, it was called roulette. Oh, I see. You're copying that code in here. Hey, Visual Studio on a Mac, is it? Right, it's Visual Studio on a Mac, not a PC.
That's true, yeah.
All right, so if you can paste it here, and also before you compile and run it and all, are you able to locate the binary outside of VS Code? Do you know where it is and all? You know where the file is and where it's going to be compiled and stored?
I think
because
so.
You know, Xcode is a big pain in the ass, because you got to, with Xcode, it stores the files, compiled files elsewhere and the source code elsewhere, and you got to go looking for it. Do you know where to find it? Right click on main.cpp. Right click on main.cpp.
Oh.
Yeah, you do. All right. Yeah, and find show an explorer or find or something like that. Do you reveal in Finder? Reveal in Finder. Yeah, reveal in Finder. There's a fourth option. All right. Now let's see what the folder is. What folder is it?
It's in 2A where I made.
Okay, so yeah, great. Because the reason I ask this is because when you run it, it's better to run it from the terminal, only because we're also printing a sound, a bip sound, and the sound is not captured by the IDE, VS Code or Xcode. So that's the only reason why I was. Otherwise, it doesn't matter, right? We can still run it from there. We can get to play the game and all. Okay.
If you think the online thing is better, I can continue. If you think,
yeah, the online thing, you're definitely not going to hear the sound. You know, it'll work, and you'll see everything. But and you know, the sound is a horrible sound effect actually, because you know, I played it with the sound on my Mac. And it's not like something has changed in the terminal interface over the years, because when I was a kid and I could rapid fire the /A character, that's a bell character, to the terminal, rapid fire 10 times a second, and I would actually hear bip, 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 like that. Okay, 10 times in 1 second, I would hear that. Now, for some reason, when I tried it yesterday, when I rapid fire these bips to the terminal, it's not giving me the rapid succession of bips, but it's actually buffering them up and and playing the next bip only after the waveform for the first bip is complete. So it's saying bip, and then it's waiting for that to go to 0 decibels, and then it's playing the next bip. So what I heard was not bip, 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 bip. Like I heard bip, 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 and you know, that's not like a real Wheel of Fortune game, right? But well, you know, we'll see that today. We'll still do that, and we'll see that today. Okay, all right. So here's a code, and there is a slight bug that I noticed that I fixed, and I posted in the forums also. There's also another slight bug which we can fix. If you want, you can. You guys can. I'm going to sit here, and if you want me not to look at you or the screen, I'll still sit here, but I'll turn it around, so I'm not looking at the screen, but I'll hear what you guys are talking about. So if you want 5 or 10 minutes to fix this code, or you know, add some bells and whistles of your own before I come in, and then together all of us try and fix it more, that's great. So here's what I'm trying to do. What I'd like to see happen. I'm going to reduce the size. Oh, why is it? Oh, because I'm wearing my other glasses. Okay. Yeah. I gotta use 2 hands to take those glasses off apparently, because they're very fragile. Okay, because I already broke one side. Hey, can you hit Control plus or Command plus? Increase the font size. It's still too small for me.
Yeah.
Command plus. I think it should work. Command plus. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay. Node, set node. Okay. Can you scroll down a bit? I'll see the bug, but I won't tell you what it is, but I'll tell you what needs to get fixed. Okay. So we can, yeah, great. Thank you very much. So Q last equals P. Just one sec. Okay. That's okay. Okay. Set the number last equals Q. And then set next. One thing you can do, Shadi, is take line 48, take line 48 and put it immediately after line 45, so that we do both of the sets immediately, one after each other. It's just cosmetic, okay? Nothing changes, really. It's just a cosmetic detail. All right, last equals Q. All right, it's number. Great. Okay, and Q is Q. All right, get next. That's all good. Okay, P is now the first node and has 99 other nodes. We know Q is the last node. Get rid of line 53 because I'm not 100% convinced right now that it is the last node, because we made some changes to the loop before. So Q might actually be one off the last node. So that you can fix later on. So you can look at the code and say, is it the last node or not? And you can change that. So you can get rid of the blank line for now. I leave it like that for now. Right, write a loop. Okay, that's the part that we commented out because it has a bug. You don't have to fix that because we got this working. Now further down, let's take a look at main. Yeah, this is good. I mean, set data, whoever wrote that function, great, good job. I'm very pleased to see that you actually wrote a function to do the set data, and taking three things and putting them in the right boxes. So that's good, because that is a step in the object-oriented direction, rather than actually taking those values and assigning them yourself in the main. That's good. Okay, so make a ring. Okay, yeah, num slots. Let's change num slots to I don't know, 50. It doesn't have to be 10 anymore. Make that 50. And further down. And what about main make a ring? In make a, yeah, you're passing num slots, okay? And make a ring, are you using the number 10 or num slots, the value? Go to make a ring, go to your make a ring function. Oh, you have a, there you go. You're passing a variable called num slots. No, you make a ring function, where you declare it. Yeah, okay. So num slots, okay. Oh, that's good. Now, can you one minor cosmetic change? Because num slots is a parameter and not a constant, can we just change num slots to just n, lowercase n, or something like that? Or and num slots, lowercase num slots, right? No. Because it's not a constant, we'll just say num slots. Yeah, okay. And then you need to change also 42, line 42 also.
Oh, I think we need to change it in multiple places, no?
No, just because this is a no, not I'm sorry. Oh yeah. Okay, make a ring. That's all good. Yeah. There's only two places, I think. Where else do you see num slots in this function? Because this is inside of the function, right? It's a parameter. But do you see it anywhere else? I thought there was only two.
No.
Yeah, okay.
I thought there would be other places, but
yeah. I know find and replace in IDEs is actually a very dangerous thing to do, right? I've been bitten by that many times, because find and replace is blind find and replace. It doesn't look for scope and all. And then it'll replace it somewhere, and then you get screwed because the variable is declared somewhere else. So inside an IDE, in an editor, it's okay. Inside an IDE, the better thing to do usually is what is called refactoring, which is clicking on the variable and saying rename. If you do that, then the IDE will make sure that it's replacing the right variables and not outside of the scope. Okay, right, now let's go back to main now, and go back to main further down, and I take a look. All right. So player name, lucky number, bet amount. Okay, num players, you get the name, and all right, and further down, still more. Okay, sleep. I see. Let's change the wait time. time to, we need to wait 4 seconds. Let's just wait 2 seconds. Okay, not 4 seconds now. Just say 2 seconds. We'll wait 2 seconds. And then wait time, we'll change line 140. Okay, we'll say wait time, instead of wait time times 2, why don't we say wait time plus wait time plus wait time plus wait time times 1.5. So in other words, no, wait times plus 0.5, wait time over 2, wait time over 2. Wait time plus wait time plus half wait time, which is basically 1 times 1.5 instead of times 5, right? The wait time plus wait time over 2, right? And put a space on the other side of the plus also. Yeah. Okay, so this means that, you know, our wait time won't decrease so quickly. You know, increase so quickly, it'll drop down much slower. Okay. All right. So now what we can do is you can run this and see if the behavior is what we want. And after we run it, you guys can take that to the next level by saying, we've got the winning number. Now I'm going to iterate over my vector of players, find out who won, and say, all right, Jaden picked the winning number. So Jaden, you won so many dollars, because you know, Jaden won and he got the winning number and he bet X dollars. So he won 2X dollars. Yes. Okay. So you need to do that for every single player that you have. That's all, right? Is that okay? It's straightforward. Can you guys do that? You know, I'm going to be around. So you should do that later. Okay. So let's do that now. I want to play. Who else wants to play? How many players? How many players do you want to? Okay, 2, 1, 2, 3. Jaden, Kate, Hasanta. All right, all of us, 6 players. Okay, 6-player game. Okay, 6 players. All right, and we got to pick numbers from 1 to 50. Okay, 6 players.
It doesn't let me
And
type.
yeah, enter 6 and hit enter.
Oh, it doesn't let me type.
Oh, it doesn't?
No, maybe because I have to run it. CD.
Actually, go to your terminal because we'll hear the sound also. Go to your terminal and run it. You'll hear the sound. All right, 6 players. All right, put your name and your number, lucky number, and then your betting amount. Number 8. $1,000. Okay, all right. Okay. All right, who wants to go next? Hasanta.
I would say number
You can
2.
pick the same number 2, right? You can think, oh, man, Shadi's really confident about 8. There must be something in there. I'll go for 8 too. That's possible, right?
I'll go for number 2, please.
Yeah, it's
Number 2. All right. All right.
1,000.
huh?
1,000.
Oh,
1,000, huh? All right. Okay. All right, Jaden.
19. 1,000.
You're all going for $1,000. Okay. All right. I can go. All right. So Anand. And well, you use lowercase a because you're using lowercase for everybody. So
I realized
can't use-
why
yeah.
why did I capitalize your name but not anyone else's? Anand.
You know, A is the first letter. So all right. So let me see my lucky number. I'm going to say up to 50, right? Let me say 33. Okay. And I will bet a humble $100. Okay. Tim.
I'll do 14 at 500.
14 at 500. Okay. All right. Okay.
I'll do 24 and 600.
24 and 600. Okay. All right.
Was it supposed to happen?
It is, but why is it not slowing down? All right. So this I'm so sorry. I made you go through all that, you know, the pain of that thing, and it's there's a bug in there. Why is it? So can you go back to your code? I think the place where you do plus wait time plus wait time star 2, and wait time is 1. Oh, of course. Wait. Gee. Okay. All right. What you got to do is change wait time to on line 136. Change that to 2 instead of 1. Okay. Change it to. I'm so sorry. Okay, so well, before you run it, can someone explain to me why it didn't work before? Okay, maybe it's a final exam question. Okay, it's a final exam question saying here's a code fragment that's a programmer wrote, and it's not terminating. Okay, it's not terminating. It is supposed to terminate. It's not terminating. Why is it not terminating? Okay, so it's a final exam question. So do you guys want to take a crack at answering that by looking at the code fragment? Okay, this is totally a CS2A question. It's totally. So you want 5 minutes or 2 minutes to just look at that code, figure out why it's not working, and discuss it. You can even discuss it amongst each other. Okay, maybe Kate will say this is why it's not working, and someone else will say no, and so on. Okay, that's fine. You want to do that?
Line 140 wait time divided by half becomes 0 if it is not.
Yeah, okay, all right, Hasanta, thank you. All right, so the problem there was that wait time was 1, and therefore wait time over 2 was turned out to be 0 because it's integer division, isn't it? Yeah, so wait time never actually changed. Wait time was always wait time, which is always 2. It never increased. Oh, it was always 1, right? Because 1 over 2 was 0. And do you understand that?
Oh, because it's a fraction is 0.
A fraction is 0. Yes.
Okay, because I was thinking 1 over 2 is 1 over 2.
Yeah. Because integer division, it's 1 over 2 is 0. And we got around that by saying the initial wait time is 2 now instead of 1, which means that even the smallest number divided by 2 is going to be 1. So the previous wait time is now going to be double. It'll become 2. Right? No, it'll become 3. So 3 plus 1, next time it'll become 4. And then 4 plus 2 will be 6. And then 6 plus 3 will be 9. So it will actually continue to increase after that. Almost like, all right. So there you go. All right, I'm so sorry I'm making you guys do this again. If you want to test it, you can just do it with one player, with just Shadi, and yeah, you just do it with one player, and then if it works, then we can do it, all of us together. And you can, if you remember the names, you can just names and bets, you can just enter all of them directly. Okay, there you go. That is the way it's supposed to work. Okay, because the wheel is supposed to slow down, right? The wheel is supposed to slow down. Hey, I won. Okay, didn't I win? Did I bet 33? Didn't I?
No, that was last round.
Yeah, well, totally. But last time, I bet 33, so I won. I got like how much did I bet? Like $1 million? All right, okay. Geez, okay. All right, okay, good thing. All right. Hey, all right, okay, cool. All right, you want to run now? 6 players, okay. Go ahead, Shadi. If you remember all the bets, you can just enter them like that. But except I'm going to change my number. It's not going to be 33 2 times in a row.
How can I delete my terminal or clear it? It's Command L, right? Control L?
No, inside a program, it doesn't work. Just hit Control C, get out of it.
Control C.
Okay. Yeah, and then now you can hit Control L. Or Command L. Or Control L will take you to the top.
Actually, I didn't save it, so just a sec. Wow, that was
okay.
Okay. Here we go.
If you run it on your Mac terminal, Shadi, if you run it from your Mac terminal, you'll hear the sound also.
Oh, I can.
Not from this terminal.
Okay.
Yeah. Run from Mac terminal and Command plus a couple of times so that it's bigger.
Okay.
Command plus, yeah. Okay, all right, yeah. CD CS2A / roulette. No, you CS.
Actually, you have to go to desktop first.
Yeah. No, you gotta say tilde/desktop. tilde/DESK and then tab. No, just capital DESK tab /CS tab. Yeah.
And we need to. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. 6. Go ahead. If you remember the names and everything, you can just put it there.
I'm gonna go for 2,000 this time.
All right. Okay. Getting bolder and bolder here. Okay.
10.
33 at 1,000.
Okay. Right, Tim, lightning never strikes the same place twice, they say. All right, we'll see what happens.
Okay. Yeah. 1,000.
I'm just going in the order that I'm seeing names.
Okay, all right, cool. And I'm going to say my lucky number is 42. right? 42 is the answer to the question of life, universe, and everything, isn't it? No? Do you know that? Oh, you don't know, Shadi? Oh my gosh. Okay, so you can actually Google and say, hey Google, what's the answer to the question of life, universe, and everything? Hey Google, what's the answer to the question of life, universe, and everything?
According to wikipedia.org, the number 42 is, in The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams, the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything, calculated by an enormous
Hey, Google, stop.
supercomputer named Deep.
All right, okay. So it's a very interesting story. Yeah, I used to tell that story in my CS2A class a long time ago. All right. All right, so oh, it's my amount. Okay, 42, because it's a universe and everything. I'm just going to go for $1 million now. All right, okay.
I'll say 19 and 3,000.
Okay. Oh, do we have someone else? Oh yeah, Jaden. Sorry, I didn't have it on my thing. Jaden.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had to leave because of my Wi-Fi. Like,
oh, you got to leave? You got to leave?
No. I don't know if you noticed, but I had to leave for a bit because my Wi-Fi slowed down, and then I had to join back.
Okay, Jaden, you're a lucky number.
19.
Someone else got 19 too, I think. No? Oh yeah. You and Kate are betting on the same number. Okay, cool.
1,000.
Okay, let me turn up the volume in case there's a sound playing.
Oh, how come there's no sound? Did you hear a sound, Shadi? Did you hear any sound at all?
No.
Okay, I heard a sound. How come the winning number is 33 again? So I think we didn't uncomment. You didn't uncomment the SRAND line. Go back to your main. There's an SRAND in main somewhere. It needs to be commented out. Uncommented. Yeah, there you go. Line 92. Line 92. SRAND is commented out. You got to put it back in. All right. Now we know it works. It works. And you get the winning number and all. And who bet 33, by the way? Nobody. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, Tim got like a $2,000. Okay. Oh, Tim, did you know that our SRAND was commented out?
I hoped. I didn't know for sure.
Oh, I thought you saw that it was commented out and said, okay, I know the answer now. You got like a bookie, you got a secret tip from someone saying, hey, it's going to be 33 again. Okay, so that would have been really cool. But anyway, so it works. Now, here's the thing I'm going to leave in your hands. Okay, it should probably not take more than 10 or 15 minutes. All you have to do now is, after the winning number has been determined, all you have to do is iterate through your vector of players, find out who has chosen the lucky number, and every person that's chosen the lucky number, you would say, hooray, Tim, your lucky number, I don't know, what do you, your lucky number 1, no, your lucky number was drawn or something like that, you won bet times 2 or something like that. Yeah, you just have to print that, and you have to print that for every player who got that same number. Can you do that? 10 or 15 minutes. It's pretty straightforward. Yeah. And I don't know, you don't have linked list manipulation there, I think, but it's okay. It's still good practice. Okay. So can I just turn the laptop around now? I'm going to be here. Okay. If you call me, if you get stuck, I'll just come back and fix it for you. Otherwise, just feel free to do that. And after that, if you guys are interested, I can show you more things to do with linked lists. Okay, so once you have a long linked list, we'll just cut it and make that a linked list instead of a ring. We can say find this number in the linked list. So you have to go and find the number. All those things we can do. Okay, or delete the number, insert a number. All of those you got to do in quest number 9 anyway. So I don't want to do it in class, but we can do it, some of it anyway, if you guys are interested. Okay, so all right, if we finish this off, and then we'll play one more game with the I'm still puzzled why the sound didn't show up on your computer, because it did actually, play on my computer. All right. Okay. All right. I'm going to be here. Fix it.
Okay, so I think what we need to do is to keep track of the name and the lucky number, and we can do it in here, or I'm thinking in here. What is this exactly? number of players.
That's for inputting the numbers so it can keep track of or at least keep track of who did the bets or how many players are.
Got it. I'm thinking if we initialize these inputs, so the CNs, the get lines, we'll be able to use it later. Does that make sense? So can we do this or string name? Is that Java? Hey, that's not okay. No user defined conversion from this.
It's
Do you guys let me know if you have anything in mind? I'm just doing me. Tell me. Initialize, yeah, get line. Do you guys have anything in mind?
So with this code, we're trying to pronounce the winner if someone wins.
Yeah.
Do we also need to, because sometimes the roulette will pick a number that no one picks. So would we have to implement like, sorry, no one's a winner in this case too?
Yeah.
So I guess we could create an if else statement saying if someone picked a number that I'm not sure if that would work, but if someone picked a number, then it would print out that line, congratulations, player name, and if else, no one else picked up that number. No one picked a number that won, print out, sorry, no one's a winner.
The user's number. This guy, user. So we were just talking pseudocode, right? Else if the number, else if the number is not, and what? I've never played roulette, so what is the edge case?
It's just if no one picked the number that ends up being the winning number, then we'll just say that no one won.
Okay. And is the winning number defined before? Like, do we know what the winning number is, or is it a random number? Because how do we check if it's a random number? How do we check if it's like?
So we know the winning number is, it's the Q arrow get num on line 144.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
So without naming the get line thing, we can actually do the search for each player I, right?
Yeah, so we have a vector of players. And that's what we filled out with this for loop. And so we can just make another for loop that goes through the vector players. And then, oh, you know what? We might have to go to up at the top, there's a setter function. So we might have to also make a getter function. So we have void set data.
Mhm.
And then under that, I think we're gonna need yeah, just string, because we just need actually no, we're gonna need 3 separate ones, I think, because we're gonna need all of the information. We might need like separate.
Get name, get the bit.
Mhm.
Oh, the whole
Yes.
thing.
I think we're gonna need get name, get slot, and get bet.
Got it. Okay.
So yeah, just really easy, like just return name, return slot, return bet. Yeah, so a string and then two int
Say a name.
functions, yeah.
Huh?
So this one will be string, and then the other two will return an int. But yeah, yes. I think just, yeah, that should be.
It should be player name.
Yeah, player underscore name. Yeah. Yeah, I
Okay.
think.
Oh. Let me copy paste this one. And then we have slot and oh, those are the ints.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Player slot player bet.
Okay. Yeah, that should be good. And then we just make our for loop. And then have it look at all the players in the vector.
Sorry, the formatting messes me up.
Mhm.
And then what was the thing called?
Num players, I think. Num underscore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Players.
Mhm. All right. I think there's actually, you know how we said there's 2 cases?
Mhm.
I think we forgot the third one where more than one person bet on the same number. So the third case is, yeah, like multiple people are the winner.
Multiple.
It will show up on the search anyway, right? I guess.
Like if we went through the for loop and then we said that like we print whoever's the winner, it would just be the first person who bet on that number and it wouldn't get to the end, I don't think.
Okay.
Or we just have to like remember that multiple people can have the same number.
Let's handle that case actually. It should be fine. So if num get what's it called? Get slot can name that. Okay, so if
Players, yeah. Players I.
Oh,
yeah, so yeah, players I in the square bracket.
Oh, because we're actually okay.
Mhm.
Players I is equal to, or if players I did get name.
Yeah, get
Name?
a get
slot.
slot. So we check all the the numbers first, and then if the number is the same as the winning number, then we print the name.
Okay.
You get slot. We have to print the name and then also the bet. Oh, let's we print user is winner and how much they won.
Dot get slot equal. What do we need to say here?
Equals, I think it's Q arrow get num.
Oh, so
That would be the winning number.
Let get slot is a function.
winner to a bound function may only be used to call the function.
You have to put parentheses.
Oh, you're right.
Okay, so if it's the same, then we print
Players I dot get name. What?
player dug a name.
Yeah.
Is the winner. Actually, let me write it in caps just so it's more dramatic.
Then we have to add how much they won.
As the winner. How do we beautifully say that they won this amount?
You won.
We can say this guy, we can say no player this, or sorry, Hasanta, did you say something?
No, I just say you can just put you won and do the math.
Oh, one.
No, you won.
Oh, you won. Oh yeah. Player.
I think you need to put a semicolon over there. The line before the.
You won. Player dot get. What other gets do we have? Bet. You won.
Times 2, I guess.
Oh yeah, get a parentheses after get bet.
Oh, right.
It's gonna get multiplied by 2, right? Not just the bit.
I don't know. Does it get multiplied by 2?
If you put 1000, you get 2000. Right?
Oh, cool. I didn't know that. Okay. Multiply by 2. Dollars. Or we can say no. Dollars is not first. Okay, so we check the number now. Okay, so why do I get a, oh yeah, semicolon. Actually, why do I have that? Okay, else if. So now we can check if 2 players have the same number. What else if we have oh yeah, we can check 2 players. So how do we check that?
You know, I think we are okay. It will run through all of the players and then it will just print that.
All the names.
Yeah, so it will just print that multiple times if there's multiple winners. I was thinking for some reason that it would end when a winner was found, but that's not true.
Okay.
So our else if just has to be, I don't know if we even need an if. We just need
for the
We just need to print something if no one is the winner.
That's true. Yeah.
So I think we just have to get to the end.
Just else statements stating that if no one got a number, then that means no one's a winner.
Is it gonna do that every time though, for every like player that isn't the winner?
No, else gonna activate if only if it doesn't find anything. Right, that's how it works. I don't think only if doesn't give any results, else gonna get activated. Otherwise, else gonna get skipped. You can give a try and see. No, I think it's gonna print every time.
Yeah, right.
Or
Like
six, yeah, at least 5 or 6 times.
the first player, and it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. We'll just print that. So I think.
We can have an else if statement saying if that happened, just write that.
Mhm. We might have to add like a tracker or something, because I don't know.
Yeah.
We might just need like an int tracker, and then if that happens, then the tracker adds 1. But then else if the tracker is still 0, then we'll just print no one is the winner.
Okay. Do you want to do that instead of an else if?
So we would still need our else if,
Okay.
just because if we don't do that, it's kind of hard to keep track of whether or not that was printed, or like whether or not someone's number matched.
So
I'm sure there's other ways to do it, but that just seems like an easy way.
So after that $, I think you can introduce a tracker in C count ++.
what's that?
After line 163,
Okay. What do you want to do after that?
so put a tracker like a in
Oh, how about
count.
the for loop? We put our tracker, we make our tracker outside of the for loop. So it's not being created every loop. Yeah, so just int tracker equals 0. Okay, and then yeah, tracker ++. And so for the else if, it's if tracker equals 0, which means no one won, then we'll print no one is the winner.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. I'm just gonna do right now. We'll do one right now. Just
Yeah, make sure it works. Okay.
okay. There's an extra space somewhere. The winning number is da da da. Okay, sounds good. I guess that's it.
Yeah.
Try and check it out.
Do you want to play? Okay. Let's do it. Professor, are you playing?
Oh, are you done? You guys are ready to play?
Yes.
Yeah, totally. I want to play.
Okay.
Yeah. Is uncommented the SRAM? Is
Yes.
SRAM is seated now, isn't it?
Yes.
I don't I don't want to, 33 is gone. Okay, good. Go for it. I'll enter my bet when it's my turn.
Two, please. Also.
Okay, let's say 25. And I'll bet $500.
I'll say 18 and 1,000.
$19. 100.
I'll say 14 at 400.
$48. Okay, no one's number matches the winning number. Okay.
Nice. 6 times.
Oh, you even wow, yeah, you pray. It's some kind of bug there. Why is that? Well, first of all, you need to put a new line at the end. And why is it printing it 4 times? Well, I mean, I don't want to debug it, but it's easy. It'll be easy to debug. Do you guys want to debug it?
I see.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I just I kind of want to ask, what was the equal 0? I don't know if that's the glitch that's happening, but
Well, no, because it'll print if we go through the first few players and there's no winner, then the tracker will still be equal to 0, and so it'll print anyways. So that
Why
doesn't happen.
are you using a tracker, by the way? Why can't you just iterate through the players, and as soon as you find a match, just print it out right then and go on to the next player? Well, so why do you need a tracker?
That we did that for the if part. So it goes through all the players and then it will print if someone's the winner. But then we didn't know how to figure out that no one won, because that happens.
Oh, I see. All
Yeah,
right. Can I suggest a cosmetic change, if you don't mind? Just nothing in the logic changes, just a cosmetic change. Is that okay?
Yeah, go for
All
it.
right. Change the word tracker to num winners. I think that'll make it easier, right? Just right click on right. I think let's try refactoring. Put it back to trackers. I want to see if refactoring works in VS Code. Okay, right click, rename symbol. Okay, that should change all of the trackers everywhere in the code within scope. Num winners.
Oh,
There you go. All right, change the other one too. Excellent. Now, you see the bug already, I think, but you can fix that. It's just a 1-line change, moving some code from one place to another. Okay, so do that, and then we can play.
I think all we need to do is to turn this into an if and put it outside.
Who said that? Shadi?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right. Excellent. And then clean it up also so the indentation is correct. And then I think it needs to go back one more back.
Oh, right, because okay.
Yeah, and then get rid of the blank lines inside the for loop. Okay. All right. I think that's basically it, isn't it? It should in fact, if you change the number of numbers from 50 to 10, I think more of us stand a chance of winning. At least some of us stand a chance of winning.
Yeah.
If you change the number of numbers from 50 to 10.
50 to 10.
Num slots.
I gotta find that real quick. Wait.
Oh, further up. Num slots equals 50. Yeah, there you go. If you change that to 10 or even 20, I think some of us will win. Yeah, I think some of us will win if it's between 1 and 20.
And a new line for 165.
Yeah.
Huh?
And added new line, I think, for 165. Line 165.
65.
To be in a slash n.
Oh, I get what you mean, like an endo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even the next one, I think you won. Yeah. All right. And you can get rid of the blank line that you inserted. There on 166, you inserted a blank line on 166.
Oh, I see.
Is that all? Is that all? Looks like it, doesn't it?
Yep. Okay.
Okay. Now it's only 20 numbers. I'm pretty sure one of us will win. No, at least one of us will win. Okay, unless we're all extremely unlucky here. And I'll go for number 7 and bet $100 on 7. I'll put $100 on 7.
Oops.
How come there's only one?
No.
Something's wrong here. How come it didn't even ask something?
Oh.
Oh, you number of players. You entered my name for number of players, right?
Yeah, that was a
Yeah,
mistake.
yeah. Run it again and say number of players. Yeah, 7 and $50.
50. Okay. Hasanta is
I'll go with number 2, 500. Oh no, 5,000.
5,000. And then Jaden. Jaden, your lucky number.
Right, yeah. 9. It's a wait. It's going through 1 through 10, right?
1 to 20. 1 to 20.
Oh, and 19. Yeah. So it's been my favorite number. So 100.
Do 20 and 20.
8.
I'll do 8 and 200.
Oh, I missed
One
it.
more? No, wait a sec. Shadi, it's just that's okay. Your name is a blank name, okay? So you can just put your and you can say.
Oh my god. I messed up again.
That's okay. You're never going to win now. Okay, that's fine. Go ahead. Oh no! What? You're never going to win. Why are you betting $2,000? Right? If you're never going to win, you should bet $0.
Oh, you're right. Oh my god.
Okay. All right. How come
Oh,
the winning number is 39? It shouldn't be 39, right? It should be between 0 and 10 or 20, right? Why is it winning? There's a bug there. So the lucky number should be between. How come these numbers are? How come you have
94.
numbers 39?
Did we not establish random numbers to go just through 10?
No, I think it goes to num slots in make a ring. In make a ring. In make a ring, in make a ring, it goes all the way to num slots, doesn't it? There you go. It goes to num slots, and if num slots is 20. Oh, yeah. All right. So there you go. Percent 100. You shouldn't have percent 100 there. It should be num slots there. It should be percent num slots. There you go. We actually found a bug. Interesting. Yeah, we found a bug. I'm not going to force you guys to play it again unless you really want to. But I'm tempted to see it actually run, but you don't have to.
okay. This time I'll start with myself so I don't mess up the thing.
Yeah, okay. How come? No, again, you messed up right in the beginning. Kill it. Control C and start it again. Control L, up arrow, enter. Yeah. Control L, up arrow, enter. Use. Yeah.
Okay.
Six. All right. Shadi. Oh, now you have a chance of winning. You're not so big ambitious with the big amounts. Okay.
Humbled.
Yeah, more humble. Yeah, with the smaller numbers. Okay.
I'll go with 2. Yeah. 1,000.
All right. And I'll go with what was it I picked? I'll go with 15 this time. 15 and $100.
There's no 15, right? Oh no.
No, there is because the num slot is 20.
20, yeah.
19. 100.
And
I'll do 15 and 200.
Um, 8 and 500.
Okay, well, I hope someone wins. Wow, 18. I thought someone picked 18. Oh,
No, I
Jaden,
picked
you're off by
19.
1.
One.
Okay, anyway, well, I think it's a fun game. You guys can play afterwards, or even share on the forums and do these things. But I think that's basically it. We're pretty much at the end of the material that we need to cover. If you have any concepts or anything that we've covered in the course entirely from the beginning to the end, you can ask me now and I'll explain them, or we can even pick another project and work on it. If you have any questions about linked lists, linked data structures, stacks, whatever it is, right? Feel free to ask. Otherwise, what I'd like is for you to basically just, if you don't have any questions for me, you can take it away and chat amongst yourself. And when you're ready to go, you can say, hey, Prof, we're done. I can stop the recording and make it live for the very last class of this quarter until I see some of you again in a couple of weeks in my CS2B. Do you guys have anything else that you'd like to discuss or learn or talk about, or even about CS2B and what's in CS2B and anything, right? CS2B, CS2C, computer science, data engineering, machine learning, what's out there. Anything you want to talk about, I'm happy to talk about.
So I just want to make sure, Quest 9 is due this week or next week?
It freezes on Monday, Quest 9.
Okay.
And I prefer even that allowance where you finish Quest 9 and get all the other scores unfrozen. I prefer that also freezes on Monday, because I don't want, you need some time to study for the final and the quest shouldn't be hanging over your head. So let's just say Monday for everything. Yeah.
Professor, if we're a little too behind, do you think we could do it after Monday, or is that a fixed date?
Which one?
If we're a little behind on the quests, would it be possible to do it after Monday, or is Monday a set date?
Yeah, okay. Well, you can do it after Monday, Shadi. I'm just concerned that it'll eat into your final preparation time. So if you're totally comfortable on the final material, do it, let's say 1 day before the final, okay? So let's say Wednesday.
Okay.
And if you complete Quest 9, you don't have to ace it, but if you complete it and get the password for our first 2B quest, for the first, then all of the quests you've done up to 9, even though they were not imported into Canvas before because they were frozen, I'll just pick up those scores and stick them in Canvas. Yeah?
Okay.
Awesome. Awesome. Great. Any other questions? Anything else you want to ask me? Otherwise, you can just talk amongst yourself. I'll turn the laptop around, and when you're done, we'll just end the recording too.
One question, Professor. The final going to be a one attempt or like multiple attempts?
Yeah, well, assume it's one attempt first. Okay, if you do horribly, so I'm not going to give people a second attempt if they're already scoring like over 90% on the final, and they say, well, I want to take one more crack to get 100%. No chance. But if anyone gets less than 50% on the final, meaning they did horribly, or fail less than 60, I think 60 is a pass mark. So then reach out to me and send me corrections, and I'll set you up for another try. Yeah.
Yeah. So also,
so you got protection. You got protection from the worst case.
Yeah. So if we get a bad score any time throughout the week before Thursday, then we can ask for a retry, or when is it possible to ask for retries?
After the final, you'll probably know your score already for the final, not for the whole thing, just for the final, right? So I think it's 40 questions, and you probably know. It'll tell you maybe. You got 20 correct out of 40 or something like that. And if you feel that you could have got like a whole lot more correct, not just 1 or 2 more correct, you should let me know, right? And then I'll set you up.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask when would be the last date or be the deadline to ask again to try.
Oh, yeah, it has to be immediately after the final, right? Because you only get 1 more day after that. So Thursday, you got to wait until Thursday to take the final to know whether you did well or not, right? And then if you did badly, then you can ask me on the day of the final, and then I'll set you up, and you can do it on Friday again.
Thank you.
The questions will be different when you take it. When you retake it, the questions will be different. It won't be the same questions. Okay, I have a big question bank now, I think, not huge, but I certainly have enough questions to give you different questions, at least some different questions in the second attempt. And also, you know, if you do really badly in the second attempt, we can take the best of the 2. It doesn't have to be the second always, right? So if you get totally new questions and you completely flunk the second time, we'll take the first score. So it'll be the best of 2. Anything else? No? Did you guys all find this whole course to be useful in your journey of picking up a new programming language?
No.
C++ was, yeah, great. That's essentially, that's all the goal is of this course, right? Not whether it was fun, not whether we had a great time or you got an A+ or something like that. The final question that you want to ask and I want to ask is really, did this make a difference to your life? Did this make a positive difference in the sense that if I have nothing else to do I have something interesting to do that will make a difference to my own life, to the life of people around me? And if the answer to that is yes, then this course has been worthwhile. It doesn't matter how much you paid for the course, right? And whether it was, you know, $300 at Foothill, or, you know, $3,000 at a UC, or you know, $10,000 at a Stanford. At the end of the day, that's what you're going to ask. You're going to say, you know, I've got something. Does this now? I invested this much. Can I take a distribution from it that is worth it? And if you feel that, it has been totally worth it. And I can guarantee that if you take my 2B at any point when I continue to offer it, and my 2C, you will be totally set up. Okay. That's what I told my 2C students yesterday during class. I told them, you know, if they complete 2C and ace all of the red quests, they are now at that point completely set up to take an interview at a top software company like Microsoft, Google, or one of these big places. They can just go. You have a friend there, have them set you up with an interview, because you will easily pass this phone screen. They will invite you over to campus. You just go have lunch with them, do the interview, and see what it's like. And if you pass 2C, right, all the way, you'll find that it's actually fantastic. Not only that, you'll find that the interview experience itself will be a very pleasant one, right? Not full of you know, stress, your mouth going dry and things like that. You'll actually look forward to saying, you know, they give you a problem and you solve it on the whiteboard, and in the course of solving the problem, you actually come across something really, really interesting, and say, hey, if we did this, you know, this could turn in a fundamentally different direction. And then the interviewer would say, that is really cool, right? And then you can have a fantastic conversation right there. And that basically seals the decision right there. If you find something really interesting in an interview problem, you got the job right there, right? Because you have a strong advocate in the hiring committee. Because in the hiring committee, usually they look for unanimous decisions. Everybody has to say yes, yes, yes. Even if there's one person that says no, they usually don't move forward. But sometimes when you have a strong interviewer and they say, this was totally cool, that might even overrule someone else saying no, right? So those are things, those are opportunities you'll get by going all the way through to 2A, 2B, 2C. You don't, after that, you don't have to do an algorithms course anywhere outside, because you'll be able to pick up the literature on Wikipedia or any other textbook, and you can just read it and you'll know. You don't have to do a formal course for this. And machine learning and data science, I already told you, they're not real computer science, okay? They are empirical sciences because they are bound by the external world and materials, right? Empirical stuff. They're not stuff of mind because, think about math and computer science problems. You don't need anything material. You don't need anything made of atoms. Well, technically you do because, it's electrons moving in your head. But for math and computer science, it is just pure logic. But when it comes to machine learning and data engineering, it's not pure logic anymore because you're going to be tied down by, these limitations of the external world. Saying, well, you know what? Well, that is the ideal case, but the data says otherwise. Let's look at the data, okay? So you got to account for outliers, and you look at the mean and median and mode and things like that, okay? So it's ugly stuff, but at the same time, it's got its, positive aspects also in machine learning because the same positive aspects as you'd find in science, right? Because in science really, empirical sciences, all of these sciences are ugly in the sense that you got to deal with the real world. Because anytime you got to deal with the real world, it's ugly because you got to take care of minute details, things you can't even see. You need a microscope, telescope, and then even with a microscope, you got to settle, right? You got to settle for the fact that, well, this may be the world's most powerful microscope, but it does not let me see beyond that point, right? I cannot go all the way and see what happens when a photon knocks an electron on its head. Right? Because you can measure both the speed and the momentum and the position of the electron at the same time. And Heisenberg's theory, it says you can't, even though you have the most powerful microscope ever devised by any alien creature, right? It is not possible at all. So it is a fundamental limitation of nature, not just empirical beings trying to create something more and more sophisticated. It is a fundamental limitation of nature itself that you cannot do that. And so that is the ugliness. That's what I mean by ugliness, that at the heart of empirical science. Most people don't see the ugliness because they don't go to the heart of empirical science. They're just, most sciences, we're happy dealing with science at a superficial level where things are just predictable at a macro scale, right? Newton's laws, right? Gravitation works at a macro scale, right? Everything works at a macro scale like we're used to for millions of years. But when you go to the micro scale, you see that things don't work. And when you go to a huge macro scale, right, universal scale, again, what we think is true doesn't work, right? Because light bends in around stars, but you don't see these things in everyday life. So that's why everyday life, we think science is beautiful because, it gives us all predictability and everything is nice and gives you, heaters and hey Google and things like that. But if you really, really drill down and say, well, is this real comfort, right? What I'm getting through science, this is real comfort because at some point it's going to let me loose. Because at some point it's going to say, I'm not behind, I don't have your back anymore. At a very fine point or very huge point, you don't have that backing you. So then you say, what is real science, right? Or what is real knowledge? Real knowledge, you'll say, it's the science, the field that deals with this kind of question is called epistemology. Okay, if you do philosophy, for example, epistemology, epistemology, that is the study of knowledge itself, right? Like metaphysics, it is epistemology is what is knowledge, what constitutes real knowledge, and what is fake knowledge. Right? And from that perspective, science really is fake knowledge. Although it's useful and beautiful knowledge, it's really fake knowledge because it is facts that we assume to be true in an approximate setting. It kind of works for us for the 100 years that we live on Earth. Science kind of works for us and keeps us happy and comfortable. Okay, so we say it's okay. But is that real knowledge, or is it just practical knowledge? Science is just practical knowledge because it helps us live in a way that we think is comfortable. But real knowledge is what does not require any empirical basis, right? You say, what is real knowledge? Of course, I mean, Gödel's incompleteness theorem and all says, even real knowledge is impossible because there is a fundamental contradiction you cannot resolve, right? It's in Gödel's theorem of incompleteness. There can be no formal system that is both complete and consistent at the same time. Even take English or propositional logic, right? So you can make a sentence in English. You can say that, English is a beautiful language, or any language. Human languages are beautiful languages because you can make profound statements in there that are true, and you can drill down right to the heart of truth using a human language. But human languages are formal systems, aren't they? They're formal systems because they have grammar and things like that you have to follow, isn't it? Anything that you have to follow rule is a formal thing, isn't it? Because the law is formal because you have to follow rules. Speaking in a human language, formal. It's a formal language because you got to follow grammar. And C++ and programming languages, even more formal because you got more rules. You can't just say anything you want in C++ like in English, right? But even in English, you can't say anything you want but there are rules. And and you'll find out when you do discrete mathematics and computability and things like that, halting problem, you'll see that you can prove that there can be no formal system, including English, where which says that it is self-contained and is self-consistent, right? Meaning that in English, if you say that English is a consistent, English or any human language, okay, you say it's complete and consistent at the same time, that means I cannot make a statement that is both true and false at the same time in English, or I cannot make a statement that is neither true nor both true and false, contradiction, right? So I cannot make a statement that is contradictory, self-contradictory in English, or that statement is not part of English, right? If you take the second option, saying that statement is not part of English, that means that English is not complete. There is actually a statement that is grammatically correct, but does not belong inside English because it is semantically does not make sense. Does it make sense? Right? There is a sentence that is grammatically right, syntactically correct, but semantically it does not fit into English because it does not make sense. And such a statement, this statement is false. Okay, such a simple statement like that. This statement is false is not a statement that can actually belong inside of the language, because if you say that, well, this statement is false, is that an English sentence? Okay, well, it's grammatically correct, but does it make sense? It cannot make sense because it's both true and false at the same time. Because if it is false, then it has to be true. If it is true, then it has to be false. Yes? Okay, so then therefore, that is a great example, right? There's a formal proof using Peano's axioms and that you can do in mathematics, which actually is Gödel's proof. But you don't have to understand Gödel's proof to understand why a system cannot be both a formal system cannot be both complete and consistent at the same time. And that is the reason, because you can make this statement, and you can prove that there is no formal system like that. But still, nonetheless, notwithstanding that observation, it is still knowledge that you can get without empirical data is of I think purer. I don't mean purer meaning more loftier or more value. Purer meaning it's less contaminated by data, right? Anything that is contaminated by the earth and material stuff is contaminated, right? Because it's limited, it's bounded by things that can only be seen and touched and tangible things. So if you want true knowledge, or the closest you can get to true knowledge outside of Gödel's restrictions, you got to leave the world behind and say, well, what can I find out that does not depend on things outside of me, right? Things outside of my head even, right? Something that is absolutely true. And so that's a fascinating field, isn't it? And you can research, you can conduct endless research in these areas. If computer science, right? You don't have to go into machine learning or data engineering, or even, you can do research in theoretical computer science, in computability, halting, what is computational, what is computationally possible, right? And what is the limit to which an algorithm can be taken to be made faster and faster? And can I prove that it cannot be made faster than that? All those are very, very interesting questions that you can tackle if you pursue advanced studies in computer science. This is, the world is your oyster, really, because there's so many different things you can do just within the arena of computer science that you don't even have to step out now, because you have everything to keep you entertained until you die, just within this playground. Obviously, you can step out and enjoy other things too, but you have enough now at this point just to keep yourself occupied and happy as long as you want. Okay, so that is my parting 2 cents for CS2A. I'm glad to see all of you have come this far with me, and I hope to see more of you in 2B and also in 2C, okay? Because 2C, I actually enjoy teaching also. I enjoy teaching 2A and 2B also, but 2C is more because, many of my 2C students I have seen all the way through from like you guys, I've seen 2A, 2B, and I've seen their progress, and I've seen when some of them were coding like you and they were, struggling with if and the brace should go here or there. And in 2C, and I'm looking at them and they're saying, well, you know what, this pointer should be moved from that space to this space and linked into these complex structures, okay? And they're just talking about it like, moving a cup of coffee from here to there with unthinkingly. Right. And when I see that, I say, wow, this is incredible. I'm pretty sure these students would not have predicted that that's what they will be in 6 months time. And that's where they are. And I'm so glad that we're getting all this on video, because you would forget all of these, right? When you're doing that, you will forget this, and you can come back and look at these videos and say, hey, that was me too, right? And probably that was a different person who died and reborn now because I can't even relate to that person anymore, right? So you'll feel like that. And I'd like to see your face when you feel like that, and because I can enjoy it a second time through your experience. Okay, so thank you all so much again, and I think it is the end of class, 9:45, 5 minutes. You can chat amongst yourself if you want, share experiences or ask questions, and of course if you have something that none of you can answer, just call me. Okay, I'll come back and help you guys. Okay, so thank you so much. I'm very deeply grateful for all of you, especially for coming to class. And because it's no fun for me to just teach one person. Well, it is fun in a sense, because, but it's more fun. Okay, let's put it that way. It's more fun when more people are here. And I'm glad we actually got a chance to do some really cool projects, right? We did, animation and a stickman and the roulette game, and so many of these cool things, which I never got a chance to do in many past quarters. So thanks. That's all. Anything else? I'm so glad we wrapped up everything, right? We covered every single topic in the syllabus, everything in the CID, everything that is needed to set you up for the final exam. And in the process, we also had a lot of fun. So, so if you have any questions, reach out to me, right? So reach out to me, email is fine, Reddit, even better. I'm going to be on Reddit. I'll be looking at stuff. I'll be helping out, answering questions. So, all right. Are we good? Okay. All right. Thank you all. And again, I will look forward to seeing your smiling faces one more time. Okay. In 2B at least.
Thank you, Brian.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Professor. Thank you for everything. And
Thanks.
I won't be into 2B summer, but I think I'll probably plan.
Certainly come back, okay, Jaden. I'll be looking for you, because you do, from your effort and what I see, you have everything that seems to indicate you're a promising programmer. Okay, so you should not let it. So this is a time when you should not let it. You should not succumb to the temptation of pursuing another field, saying, well, because this is the time when most people change and say, well, maybe computer science is not, I'm going to try something else and come back to computer science. Please don't do that, okay? Because when you try something else, you may get locked in there. You may get sucked in there. So you have what is needed, I think, to succeed big time in this field.
I know, yeah, but only reason really is it because I'm doing a course at Stanford or something for the summer program. Doing a course at Stanford.
Okay.
When I come back, when I come back, I'll definitely. Thank you.
Okay. See ya.